Welcome to the island. You are now a member of the Dharma Initiative. There are properties on this island that exist nowhere else on Earth. Our mission is to study these properties for the betterment of mankind and advancement of world peace. You are now part of that mission. Our staff is here to help you get settled and to answer any questions you may have throughout the orientation process. Here at the barracks, you will enjoy all the comforts and amenities of a modern suburban lifestyle, where you and your neighbors all play an integral role. Soon, you will be given your job assignment based on the aptitude test and paperwork from your application. Whether you are placed as a workman or a researcher, we assure you that our test is designed to determine the position most beneficial to both you and the community. During work hours, please be sure to wear your designated Dharma Initiative jumpsuit, but you are free to wear your civilian clothes on your off hours. Most of you will be working on the mainland. Should you be assigned to zoological studies, a Pala ferry will carry you to and from the Hydra station 3 times a day. Our housing director will assign you to one of our cozy, fully furnished bungalows. Each bungalow is equipped with a modern kitchen, with the latest appliances, comfortable living spaces, and tasteful decor. Our family-friendly neighborhood atmosphere helps children thrive. We consider it vital to provide them with the tools necessary to realize their full potential. We encourage all Dharma members and their families to partake in our local community and recreational events, including our annual volleyball tournament. A full list of activities can be found at the Recreations Office. Our commissary has the finest culinary staff trained at our Ann Arbor headquarters to provide you daily with fresh and nutritionally balanced meals. If you prefer to prepare your own meals, you will find a fully stocked pantry in your residence that will be replenished weekly. Additionally, we have a full staff of the finest medical doctors and counselors who are here to answer any questions you may have and make your stay here as comfortable as possible. Be sure to complete our medical questionnaire before reporting to work. For your own comfort and safety, we ask that you stay within the confines of your new living quarters. By now, you may have seen some of the security cameras installed around the premises in order to ensure the safety of our children and families. Our barracks are surrounded by a high-frequency sonar fence to protect us from the island's abundant and diverse wildlife. Crossing the sonar fence without disarming it is not advised. You may want to explore your new island home, but you must remain within 5 kilometers of the barracks. Remember, this is rugged, untamed land. Please explore safely and under our guidance, as the island is home to potentially dangerous flora and fauna. Any encounters with the indigenous people of the island should be reported to the closest security personnel immediately. Please refer to the Security Protocol Handbook for further instructions on our safety guidelines. The island has multiple research facilities, each with its own purpose and protocol. Throughout your day-to-day activities, you may interact with Dharma Initiative personnel from these stations. We ask that you respect these team members' privacy and do not inquire about their work, as they are not at liberty to discuss it. But remember, it is for the greater good of the community. We operate under a strong sense of togetherness, sharing, and community. A community that you are now a member of. This is an exciting venture to be a part of, one with breakthrough technology and cutting-edge research happening every day. We thank you for joining our family, and would like to invite you to attend our welcome barbecue this afternoon, where you can meet your department supervisor and enjoy some refreshments. Training for your new job will begin tomorrow. On behalf of the DeGroots, Alvar Hanso, and all of us here at the Dharma Initiative, welcome and namaste.
Hello, I'm Dr. Pierre Chang, and this is the orientation video for Station 1 of the Dharma Initiative, the Hydra. For purposes of security, please do not divulge my name to any outside parties. I wouldn't want to have to resort to using an alias the future. The chief purpose of this station is to conduct biological and behavioral research on various animal, bird, and marine subjects. But here are some of the duties you may be asked to perform. Genetic alteration. These fascinating hybrids, or hybrids as we call them, will be released and monitored to see how they adapt to the unique properties of the island. Successful advanced studies in larger mammals. Ursus maritimus, or polar bears, possess a keen sense of memory and adaptability. These traits make them ideal candidates for electromagnetic studies that will be conducted at a secondary site where their comfort in cold temperatures. It's very important when dealing with the bears that you do not show affection or become attached in any way. Also, do not underestimate their intelligence and cunning. These rules must always be followed. I repeat, the bears are not your friends. Rewarding the bear with a fish biscuit once it has successfully performed the complex puzzle. After the training is completed, you will tranquilize the bear, affix this tracking device around the subject's neck, at which point it will be transported to the orchid station for the next phase of research. Remember, be sure to confirm that the female bears have not been impregnated before transport, as the electromagnetic levels at the orchid have an extremely harmful effect on early-term gestation. As you've already learned, we do animal research here at Hydra. Unfortunately, one must consider the most dangerous animal of all, humans. And so, there is another more secluded test site where we are conducting significantly more sensitive work. The island's indigenous population, some of you may have heard them referred to as hostels, are acquired on the main island, sedated, and brought here to room 23. Because the subjects are unwilling participants, security personnel should always be present during these sessions. Under no circumstances are you to engage subjects in conversation. The purpose of these interrogations is to better understand the hostel's way of life, their origins, and particularly their worship of an island deity they refer to as Jacob. After the research team has concluded their tests, inject this into the back of the subject's neck and place these goggles over his or her eyes. Hitting this switch will commence the visualization while the drugs take effect. The dreamlike quality of the film, combined with the cutting-edge pharmaceuticals, will create an amnesia of sorts. Any memory of his or her interrogation will be effectively wiped clean. While these derogative measures may seem extreme, rest assured, they are vital to temporary troops at the hostels is not violated. This concludes your orientation of the Hydra Station. Do not discuss the nature of these experiments with other members of the initiative. Hello, I'm Dr. Marvin Candle, and this is the orientation film for Station 2, The Arrow. Given your specific area of expertise, you should find it no surprise that this station's primary purpose is to develop defensive strategies and gather intelligence on the island's hostile indigenous population. Welcome. I'm Dr. Marvin Candle, and this is the orientation film for Station 3 of the Dharma Initiative. In a moment, you'll be given a simple set of instructions for how you and your partner will fulfill the responsibilities associated with the station. But first, a little history. The Dharma Initiative was created in 1970 and is the brainchild of Gerald and Karen de Groot, two doctoral candidates at the University of Michigan. Following in the footsteps of visionaries such as B.F. Skinner, imagine a large-scale communal research compound where scientists and freethinkers from around the globe could pursue research in meteorology, psychology, parapsychology, zoology, electromagnetism, and utopian social inclusive Danish industrialist and munitions magnate Alvar Hanso, whose financial backing made their dream of a multi-purpose social science research facility a reality. You and your partner are currently located in Station 3, or the Swan, and will be for the next 540 days. The Station 3 was originally constructed as a laboratory where scientists could work to understand the unique electromagnetic fluctuations emanating from this sector of the island. Not long after the experiments began, however, there was an incident. And since that time, the following protocol has been observed. Every 108 minutes, the button must be pushed. From the moment the alarm sounds, you will have 4 minutes to enter the code into the microcomputer processor, induction into the program. When the alarm sounds, either you or your partner must input the code. It is highly recommended that you and your partner take alternating shifts. In this manner, you will both stay as fresh and alert with utmost importance that when the alarm sounds, the code be entered correctly and in a timely fashion. Now, do not attempt to use the computer for anything else other than the entering of the code. This is its only function. The isolation that attends the duties associated with Station 3 may tempt you to try and utilize a computer for communication with the outside world. This is strictly forbidden. Attempting to use a computer in this manner will compromise the integrity of the project and, worse, could lead to another incident. I repeat, do not use a computer for anything other than entering the code. Congratulations. Until your replacements arrive, the future of the project is in your hands. On behalf of the de Groots, Alvar Hanso, and all of us at the Dharma Initiative, thank you. Namaste. And good luck. Manual ride achieved. For pallet drop, enter 2-4. For station uplink, enter 3-2. For mainland communication, enter 3-8. The satellite dish is inoperable. Communications are down. For sonar access, enter 5-6. Sonar is inoperable. Has there been an incursion on this station by the hostiles? If so, enter 7-7. Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Wickman, and this is the orientation film for Station 5 of the Dharma Initiative. Station 5, or the Pearl, is a monitoring station where the activities of participants in Dharma Initiative projects can be observed and recorded, not only for posterity, but for the ongoing refinement of the initiative as a whole. As Karen de Groot herself has written, careful observation is the only key to true and complete awareness. Your tour of duty in the Pearl will last 3 weeks, and during this time you and your partner will observe a psychological experiment in progress. Your duty is to observe team members in another station on the island. These team members are not aware that they are under surveillance or that they are the subjects of an experiment. Working in 8-hour shifts, you and your partner will record everything you observe in the notebooks we provided. What is the nature of the experiment, you might ask? What do these subjects believe they are accomplishing as they struggle to fulfill their tasks? You, as the observer, don't need to know. All you need to know is the subjects believe their job is of the utmost importance. Remember, everything that occurs, no matter how minute or seemingly unimportant, must be recorded. Each time a notebook is filled with the fruits of your diligent observation, roll it up. There we go. There's one of the containers provided. Then, simply place the container in the pneumatic tube, and presto. It will be transported directly to us. At the end of your 8-hour shift, proceed to the Pala ferry, which will take you back to the birds. Prepare for your next. On behalf of the de Groots, Oliver Hanso, and all of us here at the Dharma Initiative, thank you. Namaste, and good luck. Hello, I'm Dr. Edgar Hallerwax. This is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the Orchid, is not a botanical research unit. The unique properties of this island have created a kind of Casimir effect, allowing the Dharma Initiative to conduct unique experiments in both space and time. This is the vault, constructed adjacent to a pocket of what we believe to be negatively charged exotic matter. Great care must be taken to avoid leaving inorganic materials inside the chamber. The electromagnetic energy within the island can be highly volatile and unpredictable. Now, for your own safety and the safety of those around you, metallic objects must never be placed within the vault. In our first demonstration, we will attempt to shift the test subject 100 milliseconds ahead in 4-dimensional space. For the briefest of moments, the animal will seem to disappear. But in reality, I'll never get used to wearing makeup.
You look great. It takes away the shine.
Who cares if I shine? I'm a scientist. I'm not a...
Turn the rabbit around, please. Got it.
Hello. I'm Dr. Edgar Hallerwax, and this is the orientation film for Station 6 of the Dharma Initiative. As you've no doubt surmised, Station 6, or the Orchid, is not a botanical research. We apologize for asking you to deceive your family and colleagues. This is, of course, in the interest of their own security. The unique properties of this island created a kind of Casimir effect, allowing us to... The field you have been selected to study is highly volatile and potentially dangerous. But over the next few minutes, we will demonstrate the elaborate safety measures that have been put in place to ensure that the hell...
Hey, what is that? What's going on?
Oh God, it's 13!
The hell? Don't let them near each other. When did you set the shift?
Negative 20.
How long?
9 minutes, but we're still learning.
Why is that still running?
You told me to keep the camera running. No
Turn it
matter
up.
what.
Turn it up!
I'm Alvar Hanso. If you're watching this film, you already know and have worked with Gerald and Karen de Groot, founders and masterminds of the Dharma Initiative. By now, you also know there are many research goals for our joint venture. What you may not know is why we have assembled the Dharma Initiative, why we have assembled the brightest minds in the world and given them unlimited funds and access. As with all you have already been told, you are bound by your honor and commitment to keep what you are about to hear a secret. In a few weeks, after your induction counseling and survival training, you and your colleagues will be shipped to a top-secret facility. The precise location of the facility is known only to myself, the de Groots, and a few high-ranking members of my organization. Why all the security? All the secrecy? The answer is simple. Your research is intended to do nothing less than save the world as we know it. In 1962, only 15 years ago, the world came to the brink of nuclear war. The United States and the Soviet Union almost fulfilled the promise of mutual assured destruction, a promise they continue to foster through a destructive Cold War. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, both nations decided to find a solution. The result was the Valenzetti equation, commissioned under the highest secrecy through the UN Security Council. The equation is the brainchild of the Italian mathematician Enzo Valenzetti. It predicts the exact number of years and months before humanity extinguishes itself, whether through nuclear fire, chemical and biological warfare, conventional warfare, pandemic, overpopulation. His results are chilling, and attention must be paid. Valenzetti gave numerical values to the core environmental and human factors in his equation. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42. Only by manipulating the environment, by finding scientific solutions to all of our problems, will we be able to change those core factors and give humanity a chance to survive. Although the equation has been buried by those who commissioned it, panic. It has always been my belief that we ignore warnings at our own peril, and thus the Dharma Initiative was born. Dharma is an acronym for Department of Heuristics and Research on Material Applications. It also stands for the one true way. And through your research, you will help humanity. We have constructed several stations on the island. Underground laboratories with the facilities you will need to do your research with optimal expediency. All of the support you will need, including regular medicine and food drops, will be made in perpetuity. A radio transmitter has also been erected on the island, broadcasting in a frequency and encryption known only to us. The transmitter will only broadcast the core numerical values of the Valenzetti equation. When, through your research, you manage to change the numerical value of any one of these factors, when you have created through science that we will know that the one true way has been found. That is the work to which you have committed yourself. Change the core values of the Valenzetti equation, and you will change the course of destiny. The fate of the human race is in your hands. Thank you, and namaste.
Hello. My name is Dr. Marvin Candle, and You know what? Forget it. No point in games anymore, right? If you're watching this now, you already know that my real name is Pierre Chang, and Damn it, Lara! Just take him outside! Please!
one chance at this. And I am a professor of theoretical astrophysics from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I was brought to this godforsaken island years ago to conduct experiments to study the Kerr metric solution of the Einstein field equations, and to, if I can keep this pinhole open long enough, you should be receiving my message roughly 30 years. If you're this now, the American president is a man named George W. Bush. You share digital information instantaneously on something called internet. And unfortunately, my colleagues and I are all dead. Kind of violent purge. One that we are apparently powerless to escape. This information comes to me from a source that has proven himself to be credible.
None of that matters. Doesn't matter. Just get to it. Please.
Regardless, if this transmission is successful, it's proof the work I've been doing here is valid. This place, it has extraordinary properties. I'm begging you, no matter what's happened, it's imperative that the Dharma initiative be reconstituted. You have to continue the research, and you have to do it now. Time is not just of the essence. It is the essence. Perhaps you'll be able to find a way to save us, to change the past, and to... Please, please. You have to stop what's about to happen. You can't let us...
This is useless. All right? They're never gonna see this, Pierre. How do I turn this off? What
What are you doing?
How do you turn it off?
We all know what happened. The Dharma initiative failed. And in spite of every effort of the Foundation, we are gripped in the tyranny of those 6 numbers. We have tried to change those values by manipulating the environment in many, many ways.